All right. Hi.
All right. Hi, I'm Eve, and welcome back to Conversation. Am I the host now? No, you go. I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay, back to me. All right. So we watched 10 Things I Hate About You, and that's a older movie with Julia Stiles, Heath Ledger, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's kind of like a teenage high school movie. It's actually a adaptation of William Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew, but just set in like high school. And it's kind of a funny movie. What did you think of that one? What did you like about that movie?
I like that the dad made them have to figure out how they had to date the guys, the older sister had to date someone first in order for the other sister to, but the older sister was more edgy. What's her name again? I forgot. Cat. She was edgy and didn't care about anything, and then she found that one guy. He kind of sucked at first, and then after a while he I guess liked her a lot. So I kind of liked how they, fell in love.
I kind of like this one though because a lot of the teen movies you see now, I feel like they try and make it super romanticized and the language and stuff seems way more grown up than it should be. And I feel like in this one it's just a lot more realistic. I think I like the dialogue and them talking to each other a lot better in this one than a lot of movies that come out now.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
I thought it was actually a pretty good movie. I was just invested into what was going to happen at the end. If they were going to hate each other, the cat and the other dude, or if they were going to,
So what do you give that one out of 10?
I would give it, a 7.5 out of 10. Because, I don't know.
I'm really curious to see what a 10 out of 10 would be for you. If you're I don't really like this one, 7. Just a C.
A C?
Straight C plus.
No, not C. Just a C.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we also watched Grind, which is a skateboarding movie that, when I was growing up, there was a period there where skateboarding was just this huge thing, and everybody was so into skateboarding. I knew all the skateboarders' names, and we played Tony Hawk Underground and all this stuff, and everybody trying to be a skateboarder and all this stuff. But I just think it's just a funny movie just by itself.
I actually really liked that movie because I just thought it was super funny. That one redhead dude, what's his name? I forgot all the
Matt, the guy Matt. Yeah. He's really funny.
I thought Matt was super funny, and he was just the jokester. He kind of reminded me of me. So
yep, keeping the party going.
Yeah, the party goes on. And then with Eric, he was just a really talented, skater, found his true love, I guess. And then
that's Jennifer Morrison. She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and then Sweet Lou, he was just a player, but in the end, he found his other lover, and I just love his name. And then there was one more guy, I think.
Dustin.
That's
Adam
Brody. He just
was
I need a future, not just skating. And I'm just oh my God, shut up. Just go on the ride.
Quit being a downer.
Yeah. Quit being a downer, because he literally was being a downer. It was really making me mad. But overall, the movie was really funny. I liked the adventure and everything and all that, and where they went, and it was just, it was a nice movie. Cool.
What do you give that 1 out of 10, Lilia?
8.5.
Oh man, that's a high one. That's a high one for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I liked it.
Cool.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. And then we also watched Can't Hardly Wait, which is another high school kind of movie with Jennifer Love Hewitt and a bunch of other people that they kind of are more side characters in movies. A lot of the people in that movie, Seth Green is in it, and he obviously got really, famous and stuff. But most of the people in it didn't really go on to do that many things.
There was that one guy from American Pie, the one who like kept stealing stuff.
Oh yeah,
like
the guy
every scene.
Yeah. The guy played the Shermanator just keeps stealing stuff.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But it wasn't as good as I remembered it to be. There isn't really it really isn't that funny. There are funny parts, but it's not like a straight up comedy.
I genuinely didn't really like this movie because I was just waiting for the ending. Like, when is this going to end? Is how I felt about it. Because it just kept going on and on and on through this whole like party, and I was just like getting like, bored. And
all this high school party crap.
Like, if you're gonna have a movie, at least have like different areas where you're gonna have a scene, not just in the house where it's like the bathroom, the like telephone stop area where the guy like called that radio channel, and then just it was just like too long. I feel like it should have had more like.
It could have had like more stuff because it starts like right as they graduate, and I think it would have been more interesting if they started it like showing them all in school together.
Yeah.
And then them graduating and then the party because
it just makes it more interesting. Like, I wasn't as interested in it. Like, I feel like they tried too hard for it to be funny, but it just wasn't as like.
Yeah, that one doesn't have.
It was just kind of like a knockoff version of American Pie, but American Pie is like.
Yeah, it definitely didn't have as many laughs in it. It's more.
The only good part about it was when the nerd guy was like singing that one song for the stage, and then like all the girls were just like in love with him.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah. He was finally cool, like for once, and yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, but they said at the end, like they showed at the end of the movie where he was meeting up with the jock.
Yeah, because they got
Derek or.
Oh gosh,
I don't remember.
See, that says something about the movie that I don't remember.
And they like, he's like, thank you for like, you know, helping me out with like the jail thing. And then he was just like in front of his friends trying to act cool. And I was like, what the heck?
Well, he blew him off. And it doesn't really make any sense because he did like this really nice thing for him that he didn't have to do. But then just because he's in front of like 3 of his other friends, he like totally blows him off. Mm-hmm. I just thought that was really weird. It's like you're doing something with this character, you know, and then you just let it go nowhere.
Yeah, and then at the end, it showed like the rest of their lives, like how it
went. Yeah, the little like text like telling you what they did with their lives, and like he's a loser, and then the nerdy guy is all like a millionaire and stuff,
and like dating a model. It's just like,
it's kind of like a cheap cop out. Like it was very done before.
You know, like in that one movie with Legally Blonde. It's like, it kind of reminded me of the end when they all show up what happened to them after like they graduated, basically, at the end of that movie. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that.
They do that in movies a lot, and I think for that one it didn't really make sense to because
they shouldn't have done it anyways.
Well, they were trying to do it for laughs, kind of, but it didn't really work out because it's like they were trying to like do stuff with the characters, and then they just kind of stopped. Like they just kind of like didn't actually follow through with it.
I just thought the movie was a little boring to me. Like it was just kind of boring, and it was kind of predictable. Like I knew that in the bathroom, those
they were gonna hook up.
They were gonna hook up. That was so predictable. Oh, of course, at the train station. Oh, at the airport. That's where they always meet up and then kiss each other. Like it's just so predictable, and it was like a horrible knockoff version of every other teen movie. And it was too long.
I think that's the difference between like that one and like 10 Things I Hate About You, because that one goes to all these places. Like they're at the paintball place. They're like, you know, out in town at the concert. They're at the school. They're at the party. They're like at all these different places, and it was just more interesting to watch.
Yeah, it was way more interesting, and like it made you want to watch it more. And it was funny. It had a good message in it too. Well, like a cheesy message, but still, I still think it was a pretty good movie.
So what do you give the last movie then out of 10?
Like 5 out of 10 because it wasn't that good.
Honestly, that's what I would give it too, yeah.
Because there was like good parts to it, so it's like half and half. Like there's good parts and there's bad parts. Mostly bad parts. So just gotta say, the 2000s style was like really bad. Like
the
low-rise jeans and the
jeans with no belt loops and the whale tails.
And everyone had like super thin eyebrows, like all the girls did, because it was like weird to have bushy
tube tops and
just not for me.
Nope. Well, that's our ratings for now, and we'll have to do some more.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
I have such wonderful things to show you.
So excited.